Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Breath of Fire 3. So, I think it's time to head out on our boat, and talking to Zig here will help us do that. So yes, we are ready. This is it, my big chance. Here we go. Looks like Zig has something to prove. And here we are. Basically our own boat with our own crew member. So, where do you want to go? North. The Outer Sea. Are you sure about that? Why don't you go talk it over with everyone? And let me know when you've come to a decision. Well, okay, if you insist. I suppose it would be good to touch base with everybody, find out what their opinions are on all this. Cross the sea to meet with God. Even the Urkin would never have dreamed of such a thing possible. Something tells me that crossing the sea isn't going to be easy. There's a reason why no one's done it before, right? I don't know how far it is to the other side, but the engine's running fine, so don't worry about that. Looks like Pico doesn't have anything to say about this. The wind feels good, doesn't it? I wonder what it's like on the other side of the ocean. We'll be the first to see it, won't we? Well, that's everybody. So, ready? Yeah, I think we are. Okay, which way are we headed? Across the ocean? Figures. I thought you might say something like that. I suppose I should tell you. No one's been out there that's ever returned alive. Are you sure you still want to go? Okay. Well then, you're in good hands. Old Zig here is the best captain of Rapala. No, in the world. If anyone can get you across the sea, I can. Who else would be crazy enough to try? Good on you, Zig. Alright, you are now in full control of the boat. Up is forward, down is backwards, left turns left, and right turns right. But if you press circle, you get a super boost. However, you can overheat the engine, so be careful with that. So let's explore a bit. See this darker portion of the water? This is out towards the ocean. We're almost there. You all better get back inside the boat. Whoa! Our boat's getting thrashed about by these waves. Yikes! It's too much. She'll break up. We better go back. Trusting you on this one, Zig. Oh, poor Ray. Pico too, wow. Yeah, I guess they probably should have stayed inside, huh? I'd heard stories, but never imagined it'd be that bad. I know I told you. If anyone could get you there, I could. But I don't know if we can do it in this boat. Hold on a minute. You trying to say we should give up trying to get across? No, I don't think he's saying that. I think he's saying we need a different boat. That sailor in Rapala can't do it. What are we supposed to do then? Sorry. I guess I just don't have what it takes to be like the legendary mariner. Legendary mariner? Could he take us across the ocean? It's not quite like that. We sailors have a legend about a sailor living here in the inner sea who came from the other side of the ocean. But it's just a legend, a story. Even if it is only a legend, there has to be some truth behind it. Tell us about him. Well, you see, I don't really know much about him. There's a little town north of Rapala called Parch. The mayor there might know something. Maybe. Parch it is, then. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let me know when you're ready to go. I'm ready to go now. Wrong button. Yes, I'm ready to go. Alright, oops. So, we want to go to Parch, which is right here. There's a lot of cockroaches around. Kill them! Squish them! Make them dead! The ship! The ship! This here be called Parch, just a teeny little town. We all fishermen here, and that's all we eat. The guild people, they buy the fish here, and bring us bread and other things we be needing. Lots of puppies. You be Potter's Guild people, new ones, ain't you? Woof woof, bark bark. This is the weapon shop. Maybe by the sea, but these weapons will rust, guaranteed. Alright, so there's actually a lot of equipment here that you could get. However, it is recommended that you save your money, because there'll be better stuff later. And you need a lot of money for it. The owner of this inn looks like he's got some of our blood in him. Either that or he ate too much fish and ended up like that. So wait, those people that look like that innkeeper there are combinations of these guys and what, humans? Huh. Who'd have thought? Anyway. Let's explore the town a bit, shall we? Alright. So, is the mayor in here? The mayor originally came from Central Windia. Maybe he's homesick for some Windian cooking? Eh? Legendary mariner? If I tell the story again, you're just gonna give me more of that nasty fish to eat, aren't you? No? If all they've got for me to eat is fish, well, I'll just sit here and starve to death, I will. When I'm dead, put my ashes in the Makis River. Isn't there anything that can be done to cheer him up? Well, he gave us a little bit of a clue. So why don't we go around and talk and maybe get some more ideas. Our staple food's fish, you know? The mayor, he doesn't like fish ever since he got sick. Now he hardly speaks to anyone. Alright, so we mentioned Makis River. Maybe Makis Gorge? We've been there. You folks want to cross the outer sea? Why would you want to do such a dangerous thing? Anything here? Corners any? Okay, we have our clue. We want to go to Makis Gorge, if at all possible. I'm just checking if you can dock on this side. You can't. So, once I've figured my way out of here, we'll head to Makis Gorge. Why didn't I know this was here? Mara hears the voice of the brood sealed in the chrism. Found the reverse gene. I'm flabbergasted. I was just looking around because I actually have completely forgotten where Makis Gorge is. So I'm just looking around and I found a question mark location. I'll show you exactly in just a minute. But this reverses abilities and properties. It's not terribly useful if you're getting like as many of the genes as I am, but like if you wanted fire but you didn't have fire for whatever reason, although that's not really possible, you could use frost in reverse. Anyway, this is where I found it. How long it's been there, I have no idea because none of my guides mentioned it. Anyway, continue looking for Makis Gorge. Alright, and here we are. This is actually where I kind of suspected it was, because we need to look around here for a specific person. Lots of memories on this bridge. Come on down here and you'll find Aus. This is Yellow. He's pretty, isn't he? Her name is Miyuki. Isn't she cute? Wait, what? I'm confused. Shisu is a rare delicacy for those outside Makis. Yeah, it's often prepared. It's prepared by kneading together the seeds of the shaley tree with vinegar into a small ball. Then you add a dash of horseradish, and finally, topped off with succulent, fresh slice of mackerel. What do you want to know how to make shiso for? You want to get someone who hates fish to eat fish? Then shiso is the best choice. It's really good. You don't even know you're eating fish. Okay, let me show you just how to make it. First of all, you put the mackerel on top of shaley seeds. They've been put in vinegar and put on a little horseradish. And then squeeze it together. Alright, well, what's mackerel? Mackerel is a kind of fish that can only be caught here in the Magus River. If you want to try and catch it, there's a fishing spot just to the west of here. Anything else you want to know? Shaley seeds. The shaley seeds are the type of tree that grows close to the water. Seeds are really soft and white and go well with all sorts of food. There's shaley trees around here. If you shake them, you should be able to get some seeds. Anything else? Vinegar. Vinegar is a liquid that is a bit of a sour taste to it. If you mix it in with shaley seeds, it tastes exquisite with fish. I always use the vinegar I get at the coffee house over in the east. Anything else? Horseradish. Horseradish has a unique taste to it that helps block out the unpleasant smell fish has. It's like a mustard. I've heard you can get it in the forest near Dawana Mine. That's a long ways west here. And squeeze it together? Well, it's more like kneading than squeezing. I'll tell you what, why don't you come back here after you get all the ingredients and I'll show you how. I don't want to get you to get confused if I tell you everything at once. Alright, so that's all of our clues we need. Come back once you've got everything. I'll help you put it all together. Awesome. So we have somebody willing to teach us how to make this shiso. The problem is that we kind of need... See, that's the tree we need to get the seeds from, but we need Pico. And I forgot to bring him. So I'll be right back. You got shaley seeds! You got shaley seeds. Alright, so what I need to do is check how many we're getting per hit. Let's sort normal. And look for those seeds. Alright, so we have 18. We want like 30. Oops. So we're getting like 9 per hit. There we go. That was odd. It didn't give them to me. Oh, so it doesn't give them to you every time. Stung by caterpillar. Alright, that should be enough. So now that we've got all those seeds, next on our list is mackerel. So what you're going to want is to make sure you have bait that is a worm-type bait, and you're going to want to head to the fishing area that's right near here. Right here.
Get ready?
So for best results, you're going to want a mackerel that is within 68 to 70 centimeters.
Very good. Great.
And wouldn't you know it, the first one I catch isn't big enough. Wait, what? I need a really big mackerel.
Very good. Great.
Well, that one's a lot bigger than the last one, but still not big enough. Okay, well, it looks like it's going to take a lot of work to get a 68 centimeter or higher mackerel, so I'm just going to go ahead and say we're good. Now, with the next piece of what we want, we are going to need a gar in our party, and we're going to be heading to the coffee shop. If you head on over here and talk to the person next to the well, say, fella, you look really strong there. I think you could help me for a minute. I need to get some water out of the well here. Okay, I'll tell you how it works. So listen carefully, okay? First, you lower the rope by hitting this triangle button. Okay, there we go. When the bucket is at the end of the rope hits the water, you'll hear a splash sound. When you do, stop lowering the rope. Also, make sure to remember how many times you push the button, okay? Then, use the directional button, move the bucket back and forth. Let's get it into the water. Keep moving it until you hear the bucket filling up. When you're done filling the bucket, pull the bucket up by pressing the X button. You have to press the X button the same number of times you press the triangle button, okay? And that's how we draw water, see? Press the button too slowly, or you don't listen carefully to sounds, you'll mess up, so be careful. Got it? To explain it one more time? No. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. Okay, I think that was 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay. This is gonna take me a little bit of work. So, I'll be back. Hey! Got it on my second try. That was pretty easy, actually. You did it! Thanks so much! Thanks to you, I was finally able to get water out. I know it's not much, but here, have some vinegar. Awesome. Okay, so you want to do that at least twice. So let's do this again. Okay, the next thing we need is horseradish. We're going to be getting that on Ogre Road. So, we head in, and now I just need to find some bushes. I think we saw them before, actually. And here it is. Found horseradish. If I could stop getting interrupted by everything, and if I could swing in the right direction. Horseradish and horseradish. Let's see how much I have. I have 6. My guide recommends 10. So it looks like I'll be coming back. Alright, back in Maka's Gorge, and she promised to teach us how to make this stuff, so let's talk to her. You've got everything, right? Alright then, I'll tell you how to make shiso. Slicing the mackerel. The mackerel slices will be larger or smaller depending on how big a fish you catch. The bigger the fish, the larger the slices will be. Anything else you want to know? How many shelly seeds? The more shelly seeds you use, the bigger the ball will be. I know that's obvious, but just because you can make something big doesn't mean you should. The trick is to make sure the size of the ball matches the size of the mackerel slices. That's really important. Anything else you want to know? How much vinegar? As a general rule, you should keep the ratio of vinegar to shelly seeds at about 1/4 or so. Anything else you want to know? How? Horseradish. You have to balance the amount of horseradish with the amount of shelly seeds and mackerel you use. If you've used a lot of mackerel, then use a lot. And if you use more shelly than mackerel, not so much. Kneading the shiso. Most important thing you have to remember is that as you knead it, the shelly will shrink. One good knead means you'll lose about 1 shelly seed. My mother taught me that you shouldn't knead it more than twice. Alright, so that's everything we need to know. You sure? Do you want to hear my recipe then? Well, the bigger the shiso, the better. But more important than size is balance. If we say the mackerel is 10, then we want the shelly to be 8, the vinegar to be 2, and the horseradish to be 4. Got it? Might be hard to understand from this explanation, but you'll get the hang of it once you try it. Alright, so that's everything we need to know about making shiso. Now, I could go and do that right now, but I'm going to hold that off for next episode. You guys probably have gotten a very short episode after editing when I finish this, but I've been recording for almost an hour. So, a lot of mini games, a lot of running around, and next episode is going to have a lot of extra stuff, like doing masters and everything, because we've just had masters open up, and we've got other masters we can find. So a ton of masters. I'll be revisiting old ones, and we'll finally get that shiso done. So thank you very much for watching.